Hey guys, welcome to the DELoL show.
Wow,
We're gonna take it nice and slow today because we had the Reddit meetup party last night over at the DELoL bar live bar.
DELoL somewhere.
It's the place across the street from Serious Pizza. That's how I pretty much.
The Elm Street bar.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I reference everything to. It's either trees or near trees. Serious Pizza, near Serious Pizza, or the studio, near studio.
Yeah.
So
one or the other.
So we're going to be taking it easy and slow today. That means if you at home want to have a few drinks,
I'd suggest
and catch
start.
up. Yeah, I suggest starting now.
I already have.
We're also going to do a drinking game today on the show. So anytime somebody says the word the, so anytime somebody uses an article, a and or the,
Oh, a and or the.
take a shot of vodka.
A shot of vodka.
A shot of vodka.
Double.
I
So
wish I had brought my own.
now we got, what's going on tonight? We have the Gong Show,
Yeah, we
right?
have a
That
Gong
you
Show, yeah.
Somehow roped me into
Yeah, I roped you
hosting.
into it, which I'm so happy, and I got it on email form, so you can't back out. That's like
Yeah.
the contract,
Yeah.
like we agreed on it,
I'll take it for the E-Judge.
Yeah, exactly, the E-Judge. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll have to do that. Anyway,
on.
yeah, sorry. Gong Show tonight at the Freeman, and you're gonna...
Now, where's
we're
the
gonna-
Freeman at?
The Freeman's down in Deep Elm. What is it? Elm Street Commerce.
There you go.
Yeah, down the street from the Angry Dog, across from Twisted Root. If you're coming in,
Oh, Twister, that's how I
but we're
verify
looking for
everything else,
acts,
too.
people to
I've
come
never
out. We
heard
had
of
we
that
had
place.
quite a few acts last Gong Show, and it was really awesome. But the thing is there's a lot of really good talent here in Deep Elm, so it's kind of hard to find somebody to
See,
gong.
that's the
It was
crap I
hard
don't
to
care
find-
about. I want to see the bad talent.
Yeah, so you want to
That's
see
who
the
I
best.
wanna
Yeah,
watch.
so we're thinking of moving it up north. No,
Man,
I'm
I
just
can
kidding.
turn on TV and radio and catch good people.
Yeah.
What am I going to a Gong Show for?
Right, yeah.
Bring it to the suburbs.
But hopefully there'll be some acts there tonight. I mean, we've got some special people lined
Are you
up.
doing
Hopefully,
stand-up?
I'm going to be doing. Yeah, that's me. When I talk about special people,
That's me
I'm talking
leaning
about
into it,
myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
By special,
Thank you.
I
Thank you for
mean
picking
No
up on
problem,
that.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of stand-up. I'm not going to write anything. I'm just going to go up there and wing it.
Oh, that's good. I hear that all the big guys
Yeah.
just get up
I
there
hear
and
that.
wing it.
I hear that.
Carlin was renowned for just getting
And-
up and saying whatever.
And look, and you just compared me to Carlin. So you know,
How-
what I'm saying?
look how
Yeah,
good-
you know what I mean. That's how good it is.
Well, hey,
Vocabulary
That
is the
powerful.
same.
Yeah.
Accidents like that happen all the time.
Yeah.
On a
That's
news
true, they
piece for
do.
Taffeta Darling, I was listed as one of the most important men in
That's true.
comics.
You were though.
Did y'all see the piece that
I
Taffeta
love
did
that.
for
I wish we had that
NBC?
video, that picture.
We have it somewhere.
Yeah.
For some reason, by mistake, they grabbed a picture of Taffeta with me in my host shirt, and I guess I looked like I was somebody. And they hanging out with some of the biggest names in comics, and they put my picture up right when they said it.
His head grew. He had the biggest
That's-
ego for the
That's a
week.
nationwide network right there, telling me I'm one of the most important names in comics.
Yep.
So
That's good.
it's valid.
6 months later.
That'll be on my tombstone.
Yeah.
Most
I should be in your reel.
man in comics.
You put together a
NBC
reel.
News 5.
Well, I'm assuming in the future tombstones will play video clips instead of just having the ancient. Let's hammer something into a stone.
That'd be awesome. It would be like
let's
a digital
play video
frame.
clips of how great I was.
Yeah,
That's what
over
I
and
want.
over
and
over again. On a
And of
loop.
course, even in the future, it'll only hold like 3 minutes worth of stuff, so it'll
Yeah,
just be
it's
like a
it's
loop.
cool. Yeah, fast.
So, but that
right,
died
well,
out
that was
quickly.
good.
Yeah, I know.
And
All
that
right, so
wore
what
you
else can
out.
we expect on
Yeah.
the Gong Show?
Yeah, we're gonna have a great burlesque act. She was there last time, Britt Sarah.
She is good.
Yeah, she's really good, and she's been practicing. She's been working on her act. Little burlesque, little striptease. There was rumors that there was gonna be pasties there, but apparently she has really large, aerial
Hands?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, hands. Yeah. Really large hands, and so. So we'll see if she does with the pasties or without.
I'll bring a
I say
tape
go without
measure.
them. I was like, if you can't find anything big enough.
Yeah, what's-
Colin suggested go small from
I've
DFW
always
normal.
wondered-
Just go smaller. Let the nipple hang
Pancake.
out.
I have a friend that makes
Yeah.
pasties. I have a couple of friends that make pasties, and I'm always
Well, of
like,
course
why
you
don't
do.
you make a pasty that looks like a nipple? Then legally you're getting away with whatever.
Oh,
and
I
you
like
still,
that.
See what I'm saying?
You're smart.
Even bigger, like make a huge areola one that goes
Right?
on there.
I
Put
like
the little
that.
bumps around it.
With the little bumps around
That's
it.
Dale's idea. Nobody steal
Squirt 'em.
that. That's your idea.
I am. I need to trademark that or patent it.
All right.
Or just tell people I have.
Yeah,
Dale's
you did it. There
areolas.
you go.
Bill's
It's done.
areolas. It's a whole
You need
line
to
of
timestamp it.
products.
What's the time?
You can even get ones that look like dog
Two-ish.
nipples, monkey nipples. I'm saying there's a whole range here you could do for.
You just wear them down your belly.
Yeah. For what? Now, I also have seen the one with
creepy.
passengers, but I've never seen the one with airplane propellers. And I would like to see like a little biplane. And then they could be
Yeah, I
wings
can't
on
Because you
them.
have them for the hats, little propeller hats. You need
Yeah,
'em
like
for
the
your
beanies.
boobs.
You're right. You need them for the boobs.
What, tassels?
No, airplane propellers.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I lost my train of thought.
All right, anything
I'm
else
also
going on the
hungover.
Gong Show
Yeah,
tonight?
no, that's it. It's just me and
what?
and stuff. No.
Okay, great.
We're gonna have talent. We'll have musical guests there. The FNAs are gonna come and perform tonight.
They're great.
Yeah, and they're fantastic. So FNAs, and they're traveling right now in from Lubbock. They went somewhere, so they're coming in today, and they're coming straight into the show. So at the Freeman tonight, 7 to midnight. We'll get out of there a little bit early, and hopefully we'll get to gong somebody. Maybe me.
And if you wanted to watch it online, where would you go to watch it online?
DeepLMOnAir.com.
Hey, look at that.
Yes, we will be live
What a
streaming the
coincidence.
event. Yes,
That's
thank you,
amazing.
Del. Thank you, Del, for stepping up and
No problem.
helping. Oh, well, he had no choice really. He was like, "Will ya?" All right. Yeah.
I'm going to promote all my shows on there, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of which, November 2nd, the Bottoms Up Dallas new beer show.
Oh, yeah.
So
is that what that is?
I
Good.
believe it's Deep Ellum Brewery is coming in this month, so we're going to be reviewing all beers from Deep Ellum Brewery.
Very cool.
Nice.
Tav, you might want to come out.
We love their beer.
Sometimes there's
I'll make
drinking.
a 45-minute drive for a drinking
would.
game.
Sometimes
Yeah,
there's
you
drinking.
would.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
So today on the show, we're going to have the variants,
Yay!
which Taffeta has, if you've led me correctly, you star in this in every episode, correct?
I do. It's all about me. And
Okay.
somehow they
True,
just keep
it's
showing
true.
up.
I
I'm
heard
just
that.
like, why are they here?
Yeah.
So
But yes, it's always about
and
me.
it's based on the true exploits of Zeus Comics. Every
Yes.
single bit, it's a documentary essentially.
Pretty much, yes.
And,
it's very
uh,
Christopher Guest-like. Everything's just kind of improv.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, people
Yeah,
just get up
yeah.
and say things, kind of like V's stand up over
Grab
there.
people off the
Yeah.
streets.
Brilliant.
And then for some reason, again, these guys are just there.
Yeah. Brilliant. It must be brilliant.
So they've been doing this. This is the third season now, I believe, and we're going to be watching. We're actually going to be airing episode 6, Occupy Zeus, on the show today. So if you haven't had a chance to catch it before, but since nowadays it's 2012 and you can pull up two things in a browser, you know, you can in a new
what?
tab.
What?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about somebody
I
picking
just
up the
figured that
phone
out.
in the middle of I literally had to explain to yesterday at work to somebody that you can open two web pages at the same
Yeah.
time.
That's-
And they were like,
blown.
"What is this sorcery?"
Yeah.
Are you a wizard?
Yeah.
We just had somebody call in on the show earlier, a parent, a
Yeah.
father, and he was like, I can hear two voices and double. And I was like, close. You might have two
Plug
browsers
one
open.
ear up, sir.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
it's
just
getting
the
in.
one. Yeah. And that's what he did. He realized that he just needed to close that other browser. He had it up twice.
That'll do it.
Well,
So
Anyway.
so yeah, you can pop open. Make sure while you're kind of catching this, hop over to thevariants.com, also ZeusComics.com. Zeus Comics, correct? .com. Okay, and browse through their selection. They moved to a new location, but of course, Taff and I have been in there plenty of times, and the selection's awesome. The toys are great, and the staff, they're okay too.
they're right.
You know,
They seem
very.
cool.
The worst part is when you ask for something, they look at you like, I'm eating a cheesecake right now, like a whole cheesecake. I don't have time to get up and deal with it.
Yeah.
I usually ask for a slice of the cheesecake, and I don't get it.
No.
It's like,
No, but so Richard and Barry are in today, and correct, Barry, right? I just think of him as the curmudgeon, which is my favorite character on the show. But okay, so Barry's in the station, and we're gonna have them up today doing a little bit. And we're gonna air the new episode. But no, Zeus Comics, fantastic place.
Yeah.
I love going in there, and bought all my booster golds there.
Speaking of Booster Gold,
I'm
do you
gonna
have a
think
Booster
back on
Gold
Booster
cupcake
Gold.
for me that someone brought last week that they were supposed to
No, they were supposed to, and I was supposed to get a Booster Gold cupcake, and nobody fucking gave me one.
Well, see, that didn't sell, and so she had mentioned she was bringing it up here, and I was like, I swear to God, if I don't get it, I will wrestle him for it. So
Yeah, no, I
It's not
didn't.
here.
I didn't get one either. It's just total bullshit.
I want cupcake.
I mean,
No,
it's
I
not-
want Booster Gold. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not really
Oh,
an edible
it's
cupcake.
not a cupcake?
No, it's
Oh,
just like a little
damn it.
cupcake that's
I
done
have
with like
no
the
idea.
stars.
Yeah,
It's got, like, the
she
stars.
said
What
that she
is it?
forgot to bring those in. It's a comic book character.
Okay.
That's a
One
comic
of the
book.
best.
You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand women.
Sorry. Yeah, women. Sorry.
Let me move my balls over.
my
in a
mouth shut
second
over here.
when I talk about Booster Gold.
Where's the kitchen?
Yeah. Well, real fast, give them the information on the Gong Show real fast before we go. To a
Gong
quick
Show
break.
tonight at the Freeman. Come 7 to midnight. It's here in Deep Ellum. We're going to be hosting it live, I guess, on the events or live. Just go DeepEllumOnAir.com.
There you go.
We'll be on tonight, and hopefully we'll get to gong some people. F&As are coming to play. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a good time. And that's tonight, and we're doing it again in a couple of weeks. We're going to keep
What we need to do
partying.
is get somebody who's really talented. Get somebody like
If you want to show
CeeLo
up,
Green
yeah.
to come on the show and gong him 30 seconds in.
Yeah, if
You
you
suck,
want to
get
sign
off.
up, show up. We'll take you all the way
Awesome.
up. We were taking acts up until the very last round, people coming in. And so it was really good, though. We had good talent, so that's a problem. Let's
Yeah,
have
that's a
some bad
real
talent.
problem. Yeah,
I'm going to
let's get-
contribute a little bit.
People
I'm
with
gonna do my
talent
part.
encourage your friends without talent to come
Yeah,
out
I'm
and be
doing
like,
my part.
you can do what I
So,
do.
yeah.
It's super easy. All I do is sing words as they come to me while strumming an instrument.
That's all. It's not a big deal.
I don't really write these
Doesn't
things
have to
down
be a
beforehand.
real
Look,
instrument.
all you do is mash the guitar with like this and move your hand like
Yeah,
this
you've
and then
seen
just
him do
say
it.
words. It's not hard.
That looks like you're milking something. Dude.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit about Hollywood,
Also a talent.
Hollywood movies, Halloween movies today.
movies.
We're going to talk about our favorite ones, and then we're going to take another break, which is exciting.
Awesome.
Most people don't tease their breaks, but I like teasing
look
that the
forward to
breaks
the
are coming
breaks.
up too.
Oh,
yeah,
the other breaks?
So then we can look forward to a second break, and then we're kind of going to come back with the variants and the guys from Seuss Comics.
Sounds good.
We know how you are, and we know how you feel. The numbers are good, and it's no big deal. You're living alone.
Wandered up and down Bedford Avenue just to see if I could catch a glimpse of you. It's like I used to do in the heart of DELoL. And when my friends ask me where I've gone, this is what I tell them. Don't get out of here, the lady from the subway said to me, she was so sincere. I hope you can run fast, you better start or else I'm gonna kick you from there to here. She said, Spencer, have you lost your mind? Your eyes are burning red like kerosene. I said, look, you've become quite the queen. I gotta wait, I ran off to the left. I got mugged, give me all your money. I said, can we please talk about this money? I can't reach my wallet, it's under your knife, I'm always running. And now I have to run for my life. Everybody gives me problems that I'm good enough for you. I ask myself, is it worth the time for what I got to go through? I'd rather just cause my own damn problems, see how that will turn. I'm sure I'll end up right back here. I've got a lot to learn. Hey! Oh! Alright!
I had to start another song.
The pavement held a puddle that contained a pair of black and tragic eyes. With sweet interrogation, though I offered no reply. Still the eyes insisted, I've seen the likes of you before. I said I am but an honest man, and I can give you nothing more. 6 years ago I met those troubled, puddled eyes. Too scared to live my life and too afraid to die. I am no stronger than I was 6 years ago. In spite of all that's past me now, I still got one more day to go. One more day to go. One more day to go. After all I've said and done, I still got one more day to go. One more day to go, boys. One more day to go. In spite of all that's past me now, I still got one more day to go.
Generally, that's not acceptable to do that on the air, but we try to break boundaries here. So,
I think that was just a good sigh of relief.
yeah, it was. We're back.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah. You tinkled.
I'm
Feel better?
excited.
Oh,
Didn't work, did it?
no,
Okay.
no.
You can't always tell what's going to work until you just get up on stage and say things. So let's talk a little bit about, before we have the variants on, when we air the new episode, what's one of your favorite Halloween movies?
Oh man, a lot of stuff I like tends to be more of the animated stuff. Like on my blog, I've actually been trying to post something daily that's animated
And what's the
cartoon
blog
movie.
real fast for the people at home?
Curves
For
and
the-
Comics.
for the peons.
Blogspot.com. Wait,
Why don't you try that again from the top?
You distract me with peons because I don't know. Curvesandcomics.blogspot.com. There's a whole bunch of old random stuff, but one of my favorite animated ones is the Halloween Tree.
I've never seen it.
It's based on the book by Ray Bradbury, and it's actually narrated by Leonard Nimoy, and it's about these kids who are trying to save their friend who's sick, and they're going through all these different realms and stuff. And
I've never seen it.
Del.
Why don't you loan it to me?
I just find it on YouTube.
Oh, well, never mind. It's 2012. What am I talking about? Yeah.
Just YouTube, yeah. And then also, as far as the Halloween-esque movies I've been doing, pretty much all the werewolf ones. I'm a big werewolf fan. American Werewolf in London, The Howling, Howling 2. Your
The one
Sister's a
with
Werewolf,
Michael J. Fox.
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf. There we go. I couldn't think of the name. Teen Wolf.
Not
And of course,
Abatement.
Teen Wolf 2.
No.
The best movie ever.
God, that's ridiculous. No. And then they had that awful TV show, which I never saw. So I can only
Oh,
assume
that's
that it's
right. No, I
awful.
did see that.
on
It was
TV.
really bad. I completely forgot they had a TV
Yeah.
show about it. It was
Yeah.
worse than that show Moesha. And that's
I liked
really saying
Moesha.
something.
I thought that was funny. Brandy's hilarious.
All right. So let's. Really?
Did you not? The WB, man. They had the best.
I like the dancing frog. That was about it. In fact, when I was a kid, when Moesha came on, I as soon as the episode was over, I literally got on the phone and called friends, and I was like, "Did you fucking watch that? That was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life."
No way.
All right, we're doing a review of the Moesha show.
We
on this
totally
show
should because I
sometime.
guarantee it's out there. It's probably even on Netflix.
It's probably on DVD and people bought it. That's what makes me so sad. But
Yeah.
did you ever see the movie The Gate?
That was the first horror movie that I saw when I was younger. In fact, next month I'm in Shock Horror Magazine.
That movie
and that
was the
one of ones
first
they
movie to
asked
ever
me.
scare me.
Yeah.
I
I
was
didn't want to
so-
go in backyards forever after that. All those little creatures and stuff.
Yeah, now I watched it again about 2 weeks ago, and it just was awful.
Yeah.
Like you can see the blue lines around all the rotoscope stuff. No, it's still a great movie. Do I?
House.
Yeah, it's so scary. I've noticed the only good scary movies I like always start with the and one other word. So
Take a
The
shot.
Exorcist, The Omen, The Gate. Is there any other movie ever been made besides this? Oh, well, that's true. That's a good one too.
But I didn't get into those. Can't get into those. But yeah, House.
So do you
Old
watch any of
80s
the other? Yeah, House.
The old 80s stuff is pretty much where my genre goes.
Old
And then,
Dark
of course,
Carpenter,
like
too.
I'm a big Creature from the Black Lagoon fan, as well as like
Yes.
the Wolfman. I love the
Those are
old
always
classic
fantastic.
ones. And even like the more recent one, I guess that the Universal did when they tried to like keep it with, they did all Universal did all the old horror monster movies. They came out with Van Helsing, which I really liked.
Was that the new one with
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman? I
Yes.
was gonna say Peter Jackson. Obviously, he's not
He'd
fit
make
to
a
play that
horrible
role.
Van
Yeah, wouldn't he?
Helsing.
God, I don't know. I'd almost pay to see that one now to think about it.
No, I like that one. I have that one added to my queue again to go along with my whole like Universal monster movies night. I think I'm gonna do that pretty soon.
Did you ever watch what about any of the series like the Halloween movies or Friday 13th?
I'm not really I'm not a fan of like slasher horror films.
Yeah, it's
you
the
know.
first one I like of each one, and then from the second on, I never enjoyed any of the rest of them. Once you send somebody to space in a movie and it's not Apollo 13,
Or monkeys.
I'm out. Like I have no interest. Really? I've never seen that one.
Ooh,
when they-
Leprechaun in space.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's good. But Leprechaun in the Hood was good too, but only because it was a comedy. It was just ridiculous. My favorite part is when you've seen the part where he pulls the baseball bat out of his fro.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
still my favorite part of that movie.
And Scary Movie 2. That's probably probably the
Yeah,
best out of that
I'll-
whole
I'll
series.
let it
David
slide.
Cross
That's
just
not-
makes that movie. It
Yeah,
is,
there's a
because
few little
it's a parody
bits.
of everything that's kind of come and gone. But
Yeah,
like,
but because that one did even halfway well, then we have like Action Movie. Or those same two producers that keep making all the schlock
I didn't
after
see
that.
anything else. I didn't even see Scary
Epic
Movie 1.
Action movie, whatever they are. They're
I saw Scary Movie
horrible.
2.
I used to date a girl that enjoyed those, and that didn't last very long at all.
yeah, it sucks when you don't have anything in common.
No. Plus, she didn't speak English. I'd ordered her from Russia, so it was really hard to converse with her about a lot of things.
Oh my goodness.
What is that? Oh, okay. Sorry for the people at home that don't get to see off screen, but I'm not going to tell you what happened, so deal with it.
Or here.
Do what?
Or here.
Or here, yeah. No, she's a Scary Movie too.
Scary Movie 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only funny one out of them.
And I'm not gonna lie,
Scream's
it's
alright,
pretty
too.
much because a big ganja plant comes to life and rolls up Marlon Wayans and smokes him. That's
Forgot
hilarious.
about that part.
And then you've got David Cross and his interaction with
But David Cross is good in almost
what's his
anything he does.
Chris Elliott with his little hand. That whole scene
That's
with the
a
dinner.
creepy
My
scene.
turn. Take my little hand. Put it in the mashed potatoes. Freaks me out. Freaks me out. But somehow it's still kind of erotic in a weird way with the potatoes and the pie.
It's erotic? See, I never saw it
With
that way.
him
I
and
just
his
saw it
little
as
hand.
creepy.
Because they're all going at it.
You know what
You're
else is
getting
a good
excited
movie
about pie?
for Halloween? Cabin Boy. There's nothing particularly scary about it. It's just a great, funny movie, and you should watch it. There's no reason you shouldn't watch it at Halloween.
Yeah.
Really?
It's pretty funny.
I didn't know we had a communist on the show. How can you? There's David Letterman
Say
goes.
what?
I knew she was going to go to Overboard. That's ridiculous. Cabin Boy's awesome. You have David Letterman go, would you like to buy a monkey? When that one line makes the whole rest of the movie. Yeah, David Letterman's a fishing boat salesman or whatever it is, and he just goes,
It's been too long since
would you
I've
like to
seen
buy
that.
a monkey? And he keeps calling him a girl's name.
Probably a
all the
good
time.
thing.
God, no, it's such a great movie. The movie's so cheaply made that anytime they're in the ocean, you can see the bottom of the pool that they're shooting in. Like when he's sitting on the raft trailing behind the boat, or you can see that there's only like 3 feet of water, and you can see the bottom of the pool. And that's not an excuse.
Man.
I'm so disappointed in you, Halo. Because I was gonna say one of my other, and I don't know why I do this, but I actually every year watch Santa Claus versus the Martians around Halloween. Because I'm not joking, it's so bad that I think of it more as a bad Halloween movie than I
think I
do
have
as
that
a
on
Christmas
VHS.
movie.
Oh no, I have the Aztec Mummy versus the female wrestlers. That's the one I have on
That's
VHS.
awesome. Well, Catwoman is really good if you ever saw that.
Yeah,
on
yeah, got that print.
Yeah.
And then what's another good one? The Stuff, that old '80s movie, The
think I
Stuff,
ever
where
saw
people
The
just
Stuff.
keep eating like this yogurt and turn them into like mindless.
Well, we should talk about
zombies.
the Peter Jackson, his first movie, Dead Alive.
Or
That's
even Bad
fantastic.
Taste.
Oh yeah. Meet the Feebles is
Yeah.
not very Halloween centric, but it is pretty disturbing and creepy. That's a
Yeah.
good one to watch.
There's a way to production companies off the wall. Yeah, like we've got the Dead Alive poster where it says like, you know, tu madre comida el perro, where it's like, you know, your mother ate my dog, but it's all like in Spanish and stuff, and the dog's coming like out of her mouth. Oh, that's so good. And even now, I think on the non-rated version, you get more of that particular scene than the rated version.
Yeah, there's the
And it's like,
unrated
that's not
version
even
of
that
Dead
gross.
Alive.
It's quite comical.
Well, yeah, most of it is supposed to be that part where he fires up the chainsaw and he's spinning in a circle, just mowing people down.
Yeah.
Genius. I mean, it's kind of
I
like
think it was
Sam
a mower.
Raimi's.
I don't think it was an actual chainsaw. It's a mower.
Oh, a mower. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
then that
I was going to
huge,
say
like,
Raimi,
lady.
and so I'm thinking the chainsaw from
His
Evil
mom,
Dead.
she's just like, you know, and that scene's just weird. Where like he gets swallowed by his mom, and then like he winds up like cutting through her, and
Yeah.
he's getting like reborn again, and like, you know, comes out of her vag, and all this stuff spills out. And I'm just like, there's something really wild about that.
And that
because
was-
that's him liberating himself from his mom in a
Yeah.
most disgusting, gory way. It's
Well,
pretty cool.
there's a lot of subtext to that.
There
And then the
is.
guy was like, and now I'll make Lord of the Rings and make tons of money after that. Like, when you go back and watch the two movies, now here's something. We'll go off into this for a second, but you ever see the movie Forgotten Silver?
No.
The Peter Jackson movie? It's a fake documentary about a filmmaker who beat everyone else to the punch at something. Like, you know, 20 years before there was color in film, he made a color film, but it got lost. And he built the largest Aztec set ever, but then it was lost into a real jungle and real people started living there. But to get the first aerial shot, they had to invent the airplane 10 years before the Wright brothers to be able to get an aerial shot. And like, but they have Peter Jackson and like Steven Spielberg's on there, and they're doing like interviews about like, oh yeah, we studied this guy in film school. It's a shame more people don't know about his work, and they talk
Yeah.
like about it, like that he's real. And it's this guy who did everything before anybody else in every field.
I could
And
dig
it's,
that.
oh, it's
Sounds
so
pretty good.
funny. Yeah, Forgotten Silver. You should definitely check that out. I think it's on Netflix.
Cool.
If not, Netflix is wrong.
Google.
All right. Well, can anybody else think of any other really good Halloween films?
What about just Trick or Treat? Did you ever see that?
No,
Based
I
off
didn't.
that comic itself with like Sam, the little burlap sap guy. He goes around. It's
No,
a
I
comic
never saw
book.
that one.
Really? Trick or Treat. It's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of cameos from like, you know, those people. I can't really think of anyone who stands out as far as their name, but it's like, oh, I remember that dude. I remember that dude. And it's almost like a
That
creep
guy.
show, or like exactly, it's a that
Yeah.
guy, or a Tales from the Crypt, where, you know, there's all these different like intertwining stories that like go.
Let's talk
through
a second
them.
about for Tales from the Crypt, because
Or
we
Creep
actually.
Show. Can we do Creep Show?
Yeah, we can do Creep Show too. But I remember when we sat down 2-3 years ago and watched like 3
That's right, can I
seasons.
get a high five?
Yeah.
Like, we used to
All the Tales
live
from the
really close
Crypt.
to each other, and I was going through a hard time, so I'd go over there and be like, will you watch Tales from the Crypt with me? My husband left me.
Yes, it was really good. She'd show up like 10 o'clock every night,
Seriously.
already tipsy, and be like, new season of Tales from the Crypt. Want to watch it? All right.
That was my my sanctuary going through a divorce. I need Tales from the Crypt.
It's a great show,
sad.
man.
No,
That was
it
one of the
is.
few shows my dad
Oh.
sat me down and made me watch when I was a kid.
I watched one the other day, and it came up on Netflix. It's because I knew Tales from the Crypt had done Demon Knight, and they had done Bordello of Blood, but
Yeah.
apparently there's a third one with Tim Curry in it.
No, I didn't know that.
And it's either called like Ritual or Rival or something, but it came up in Netflix, and it said Tales from the Crypt presents, you know, Ritual with Tim Curry and something else. And so I added that recently, and I'm looking forward to that because I didn't realize that existed.
Well, that's something for the people at home to go out and
Yeah.
check out. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Now you know.
Well, we're going to...
I did Rocky for 15, 16.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, of course, yeah.
I thought she was just Adrian.
On everybody's reputation. But no, I can't believe I did that for that many years, and I didn't know that Tim Curry that there was even that one.
Our friend off the air, for the people at home that can't hear because there's no microphone, a friend of
Yeah.
ours that worked on Rocky Horror Picture Show for quite a while didn't realize that Tim Curry was Frankfurter.
Yeah.
That's...
No, you dork. No, I knew it was Frank.
Oh,
I
okay, I was
didn't know
like-
that he was in the Creep Show thing.
Oh, really?
No, it was a Tales from the Crypt movie that
Yeah.
came out in like 2001 or 2002 recently.
I can't believe that.
But then, no, the Creep Show, that's actually a bunch of short stories that's done, you know, obviously by Stephen King, and then
Yeah,
like
that was a
the
good
George Romero, and then I've always liked the actual Stephen King cameo that he has in there, you know, where he's like Gordy, you know, always down, always bad. He's got the bad luck. And then the Liam, what's his name?
Neeson,
No, the other guy.
Hines.
Fuck, I'm out.
Okay. And on that note, we're going to take another quick break, and we're going to be back with the variants. And I believe
Leslie Nielsen, that's it.
Neeson.
Is it Neeson?
Nilsson.
Whatever.
Nolson.
I'm thinking of Harry Neeson or Nelson.
Yeah, Leslie Liam Neeson. is who
Yeah,
you're
that's
thinking
my
of.
previous comment.
Right.
I'm out.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the DELoL show. We'll be back with the variants in just a moment. Sorry for about Taffeta. Sorry about that.
All right, guys, we are back with the Taffeta Darling Show here at DeepElemonair.com. We are with the Variants. Thank you guys for joining me. So how's it going?
It's going really well. How are you?
I'm really good.
Awesome.
Barry?
Still waking up.
Well, speaking of waking up, I had a dream last night and you were in it.
And again, I'm so sorry.
It was the most random thing because this is probably seriously the most I've ever talked to you face to face. I was in a Modern Warfare dream to where I was getting shot in my back. I had 3 bullets in my back and I was running around trying to find someone.
Was I doing the shooting?
No, in fact, you actually helped me. Like, I was trying to find someone to blow me up.
That wasn't me then.
I was like, someone respawn me, kill me so I can respawn. Speaking of respawning.
I already heard the, I did. I died out there and I had to respawn and come back in.
So yeah, but it was really random because like you were kind of like helping me over and I was like, I'm so glad it's you and you're here to help me.
Then
That's
that's
random.
completely obviously a dream.
Yeah.
That would never happen in real
He
life.
would never
It was-
help anyone ever. That's such a
It was
dream.
I am
kind
not
of a
the
weird
medic.
nightmare. It stuck with me. I woke up feeling my back and I was like, I got shot. Even woke up like my boyfriend James. I was like, I got shot.
Well, no, that
So-
really happened. You just respawned in your bed.
Reset into the Matrix.
So have we talked? Did you introduce the guys in my absence? The
I
young,
think so.
the young gentleman here.
Go ahead and tell us your names. What you do?
Oh,
You first.
Let's start with the leader, the ringleader here.
hey, I'm Richard Neal from The Variants. I also own a store, Zeus Comics, here in Dallas, and this is...
Barry from The Variants and the store.
Because the Variants is based on real life.
That's right.
Yes.
It's I like how he's like Prince. He just has one name, Barry.
Yeah.
Barry. So that's great. I like it. So tell us a little bit about. I guess let's start with the comics since that's been around a little longer. Tell us a little bit about Zeus Comics. Y'all recently moved, correct?
We did. Zeus is 12 and a half years old, and we just moved to a space on Inwood that is twice the size of our old location. And over the next few months, you're going to see us expand our selection on T-shirts and books and graphic novels and comics and toys. And I'm really excited to have all of this new room. It's on the edge of the Design District by Inwood and Conveyor near Inwood and 35.
That's a cool place to have it because there's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that's going to be sprouting over there and
Oh.
stuff that's growing and that's
Dude Sweet Chocolate has a store in Bishop Arts.
Yeah.
Their kitchen is next door, and we're trying to kind of get them to open up retail, or at least give us more chocolate because they keep bringing chocolate by every day. Here's
Yeah.
some chocolate.
At least bring us more chocolate.
Yes, Dude Sweet,
the
if you're
least you
listening,
could do.
we love chocolate.
Thank you.
And so what encouraged the move? Just that y'all are growing, so Zeus is getting bigger and you needed the space?
Well, we were,
Was it pride?
we'd been on Lemon Avenue for 5 years, and it was just kind of time to go. Lemon wasn't really drawing any traffic, and so we decided to move someplace else that might. And we are seeing a lot more walkthroughs now. That road right there on Inwood, people coming across from Hampton and 30 and 35. People just come in when they see our sign. We just
That's
had the
awesome.
Batman symbol up. People are like, hey, it's a comic book store.
exactly. That's
It's
all
really
you
cool.
need.
I
Yeah,
haven't been to the
Batman.
store. I'm excited to get over there. Now, what made you get into when you started Zeus? Where did that?
There've been a lot of really, really bad reality shows set in gyms and tanning salons and tattoo parlors, and I kept thinking we should do something like that with comic books. But then I realized that everything that happens over a 24-hour period to condense down into like 10 or 15 minutes would not really be that funny or have any consistency or anything like that. So I thought, let's go scripted. And taking a cue from Felicia Day's The Guild, I thought, let's do a web series based in a comic shop. So I pulled in two dear friends, two very funny men to help me write and create the show. And now we're on season 3. Right now, Vlad, the character in the show, he is co-creator and co-writer with me and co-producer. And we've written some really funny stuff for season 3, and I'm excited about it.
How long does it usually take from writing an episode to when it finally debuts?
That kind of depends. We previously were doing one a month, and Ken and I would spend 2 or 3 weeks writing an episode. Then we'd kind of rustle everybody up together to film on a Sunday, and then it would edit for 2 weeks, and then it would go up for a month. For this season, we actually shot all of it all at once over a 2-week period.
Yeah, that's what you do right
Very long 2-week period.
Yeah, very nearly killed all of us.
I know I stalk you guys' tweets, and so I could see
Yeah.
all the progression going on. I was like, yes. Can't wait
And
to see
Taffeta
'em.
was into the episodes for this season, correct?
I did. I was lucky enough to make a couple different cameo appearances in costume, 2 different characters. So that's kind of cool.
Wow, you're spreading your range. That's nice.
I know.
I like
I know. It's not just Batgirl anymore, guys.
Yeah. So Barry, you're my favorite character on the show because you're
Oh.
what I call the curmudgeon, which on almost any show, the surly character is almost always my favorite.
I am definitely. I think that's my official title at the store is the surly one. At least that's what it says on Facebook.
You know, he doesn't actually, when he gets his lines, he doesn't necessarily read them that way. We kind of had to push him to say, Barry, we need you to be a little more angry. We need to be a little drier.
I'm really not that terrible in real life. Okay, maybe a little. But it is based on. I mean, we're all our own characters, really. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I kind of noticed watching the show. It feels like you're just kind of a little more amped up versions of who you really
right.
are.
I mean, it's called the variance. Everybody has to be a little extreme if you're doing a comedy show. They just can't be very boring.
Yeah.
So we took all of our own personalities and kind of took them to the next level.
Yeah, it would be a really bad comedy show if somebody's like, "Oh, this is crazy," and somebody's like, "It's not really. Think about it." Oh, I guess you're right. That is pretty reasonable. You know. Or that'd be Moesha.
You're breaking Richard's heart.
Don't you mess with my brandy. No,
Really?
don't mess with my brandy.
Really?
We're going to throw down
I
right
didn't know we
now.
had so many communists here in this guy. It's unbelievable.
I know
Thank
so much more about Brandy than I ever did before working at the store. Seriously.
She just got a top 5 single on the R&B charts right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's more than I've ever done. So maybe I don't remember my show on network television doing that well. So she's doing something right. So you're on season 3 now. Is there any kind of do y'all do for the people at home that don't know? Do y'all have like story arcs over the entire season?
We actually do. This one, for this season, we started off with the store being bought by a gentleman and his attorney, and they basically come in and take over the store. And it's if you watch the theme, it's more of kind of the corporatization of retail and what happens to a store when it's taken over. By episode 2, we've unveiled the new comic book wall, and it's devoid of any indie comic books. It's all Marvel and
That's
DC.
pretty
Punisher and Batman.
Yeah.
Punisher and Batman.
Punisher and Batman.
Punisher and Batman. And that kind of level and what it means for the employees. There's a kind of a sub theme with Kelly and what it means to be a fangirl. We didn't really jump into the season knowing that there was going to be a lot to do recently with what it means to be a fangirl, with people getting called out on Twitter and things like that.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed seeing her because I can relate a lot to that, especially with the new Kelly that's slightly more.
The first Kelly was a little kind of beholden to what was going on and kind of
Yeah.
reactionary. The new one is actually more of the lead, more of the voice, and it's been really refreshing to write from her standpoint.
I'm digging it. I really like it because I can totally relate to that. That was good. I think it was the con games where, she had a replacement and she had to deal with that whole, well, who are you? I'm Kelly. And then well, how about you bring a guy out? And
then we did.
I was like, yes, I love it.
There
Go
seems to be a meme every single season where I have to dress in a women's outfit at some point, and I do that to myself.
There's nothing wrong
long
with
as it's
that.
not
Yeah.
me.
I encourage it.
Season 4 is a challenge.
You're a very handsome woman. Richard. I like that. So now, where do you get? I know this is like the most generic question ever, but where do you get your ideas from? In the sense that, is it from just sitting around bullshitting all day in the store, just thinking of ridiculous stuff? Do you just steal it straight from other shows that are less popular?
Most of these things are things that have actually happened in the store.
That's what I was kind of hoping that I would hear.
These are things that definitely happen in the store. Like I think the one that we're about to show you, the gentleman who came in and wanted to buy multiple copies of something.
Yes. That was actually, I think, almost word for word real life. Like someone came in and wanted to buy comics, and we realized that they were actually buying comics for the person sitting in the car waiting for them, who had just come in and bought that same comic like 10 minutes earlier, and 5 copies of it. It was like a new #1 that was really hot.
Yeah, it was
Right.
it was Robert
He was
Kirkman's Thief
basically-
of Thieves.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
he was sending in his mom. And she's like, no, really terrible liar. It was awesome. I had the best time.
Did you have a limit
And-
on how many they could purchase?
Well, if somebody walks in and wants a few extra copies for whatever reason, that they want to get one signed,
Yeah.
that we make exception for all those kinds of things. But when it's really, really obvious that somebody's hoarding,
Yeah.
then we kind of shut it
Yeah, 'cause
down.
I remember Detective Comics #1 when they did DC did the renumbering. Those were out everywhere. Your store was the only one I could find that because within 2 days everybody bought the Detective Comics #1
because
again.
we limited it.
Is that what it was?
And I think that comes up in the show, and that's true to Zeus, in that we've always wanted to foster more people reading the same thing rather than 5 people having 20
Yeah.
copies and hoarding and putting it out on eBay. And
I have
making
3
money off
copies of that at my house.
making money off of someone else's back just
Yeah.
for the sake of something being hot. that's where that comes from.
Well, and Kirkman's really good for the people that don't know. That's The Walking Dead. So,
Right.
So obviously his stuff's going to get picked up
And,
pretty fast.
and Thief of Thieves had just been announced as a television development deal at that moment. People were just like calling all, trying to find it and that kind of stuff. But yeah, most of the stuff that you see in the show has probably happened in some form or fashion. They are based upon, a lot of the lines are based on stuff we say in the store.
Like for instance, there's always cameras hanging around in the store, Taff, and so the part of the show that it's filmed is based on the fact that there's cameras filming them all the time.
No,
I don't know if you knew that.
No,
or
I
not.
totally
Oh,
caught
okay,
that.
okay, yeah.
I was like, oh, I get that now.
So tell us a little bit about the episode we're about to air.
All right, we are this is episode 6. It's called Occupy Zeus. If you watched the episode before that, Kelly got fired. Part of the new corporate structure, she just wasn't fitting in. It was actually kind of brutal. Did you watch the?
No, I
watch
didn't get to
episode
catch
5?
that
Oh my
last
gosh,
one.
that was kind of
Spoilers,
hard.
sweetie.
Well, that's episode 5. We're about to watch episode 6. So Kelly's fired, and
Hold on, let me go ahead and do this. Last week on the variants.
Kelly's fired. Terry takes over the store, and we start with a protest. Kelly's organized a few people to come out and, get attention to the customers that this is not right.
Great. So if you haven't had a chance to watch them yet online, this will be your first introduction to the variants. So you're welcome. But Jedi, if we can go ahead and pull that up, we're gonna let's say episode 6.
This is episode 6. You're going to meet,
Occupy Zeus.
if you haven't seen it, you're going to meet Terry the attorney and the new owner of the store, Sphinx. And clearly,
what's the name?
Sphinx Jorgen.
Sphinx Jorgen. Okay.
Sphinx Jorgen. Yes.
It's the famous banana hammock model.
Yes. And there's you're kind of curious as to what exactly I'm doing because my character's kind of.
We're always wondering what the hell you're doing.
So yeah, there you go.
Very cool. All right. Well, episode 6, Occupy Zeus.
Hey, ho, ho, Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey,
Get
ho,
a job.
ho, I had a job.
You can't stop capitalism.
Freedom of speech and assembly. Hashtag America. Look it up.
Hippies, get out of your mother's basement.
I live alone. Oh my God, I live alone.
Barry, I think this protest is actually helping sales today.
How can that be a good thing?
Barry, we're a comic book shop. You put a bunch of people outside in costumes, and what are random passerbys going to think is going on?
Everyone thinks it's a photo op.
Exactly.
Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey, picture. Ho, Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey.
Not your regular rapper, it's Daily Jones on the scene. It's the variant here on your internet web screen. Taking all of the humor from your local comic store, from the Rex to the register, straight out of the front door. And Richard's rocking a smile while Joe's parsing the geek, and Kelly's a little bit of the spice, bit of the sweets. Chilling at Zeus Comics, that's the status of the crew, while Barry's scoffing at nerds with a bad attitude. Friends and fans alike find everything that they need. TheVariants.com, the place for you to see the show that does comics the way it really is. The place for us to gather while rocking our inner kid. Not your regular rapper, it's Daily Jones on the scene. It's the Variants here on your internet web screen. We're all ready for y'all to press play, cause we're here to bring it to you like today was Wednesday.
Vlad, getting rid of Kelly was the right call. She's too costly, too mouthy, too rebellious. Frankly, the money we're saving from not having to call the plumber out here every 5 minutes to unclog from her products is staggering. Barry's got that same potential to be a troublemaker too, though. We gotta find some way to unburden ourselves of him. We need good cause. Something so he can't sue us.
All in good time.
Hey, Cupcake.
Oh, please don't call me Cupcake. God, Barry, this is a disaster. I'm trying to warn these people about what's going on in their comic book shop, and they think it's a party.
Saddest party in the world. Why are you dressed up?
I had to start princessing again. I don't know why they're dressed up, though. God, Barry, this is humiliating. Why did Richard let this happen?
Why don't you ask him? Here comes Tweedledum and Stupid now.
Hey, I was worried I wasn't gonna see you again.
I was fired.
Aw. You here for the circus?
I love circuses. They're my favorite.
Terry said there was a circus outside today, and I love elephants. Oh, photo op.
Get off me! Ew! What is with your stupid jacket?
Venus is Normandy's royalty.
Yeah, it comes through my Prince Albert.
No. Your circus is a protest. Are you cool with that? Because you're really not supposed to be cool with that. Say something.
No. No. Babe.
Oh, is that how it is now?
Barry, I'm afraid I'm going to have to write you up.
Why?
The new dress code. You're violating it.
I'm wearing pants. I'm violating those.
Okay, well, let's talk about your attitude then.
I'm smiling, see?
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Barry. Your attitude is poor, and that reflects poorly on the store and affects the sales.
I made a $300 sale 5 minutes ago.
Okay, Barry. This time. But next time, I'm writing you up.
You know, this reminds me of summers on coastal Spain.
Richard, why are you playing whipping boy to these guys?
It's all about the bottom line.
Yeah? Who's bottom line? All these gimmicks and everything they're trying to pull, just gonna drive people away.
If you could just give me a little time.
Richard, I don't have time. I am down to my last tray of peeps, and I am getting hungry.
And you look amazing.
This is a circus, and no one is listening.
Worse than when I sent you to TrekCon dressed as Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
You won the costume contest, though.
Well, yeah, I did.
Protesters, can I have your attention, please? I want to congratulate you on a great turnout and thank you all for today's increase in sales. In fact, I want to thank each of you individually. Applejack, Slut Car, Toucan Sam, Ram Jam, He-Man, Captain Nothing, and the rest. Thanks so much, guys. Great job. Great job.
Are you serious?
Kelly, I want to thank you most of all for putting this together. I can't offer you your old job back, but I can offer to pay you in Venus bucks for every Saturday you put one of these little things on.
Do you really expect me to play along?
Kelly, I don't care either way. Either way, I win. All right, Venus, how about you? Let's get you home, nap, dinner. I don't like you drinking on an empty stomach.
Babe, you wanna come? Nap time is naked time.
No.
You're lost.
Nap time. Pfft, assholes.
Well, that'll teach you to rage against the machine.
I know, Barry, I tried. I really tried.
I know, Cupcake. I know.
I have an idea to cheer you up.
No. No more slumber parties ping-pong the death row inmates. Not again.
Pomegranate martinis and peeps. I'm buying.
Okay.
Yay! Woo! Let's go!
Peeps is code for crack, right?
Yes. 10
Excellent.
cocaines.
10 cocaine cigarettes. Yes.
All right, not bad, not bad. I like that.
Thanks, yay.
Very good. Now, the episodes are shorter this season, I noticed.
We did. We were pushing like 10 to 12 minutes, and we decided to try and focus on getting down to 7 and 8 minutes, make them a little faster, a little quicker.
Right.
And it's gone a lot better. And doing a weekly release versus a monthly release, we've had people coming back a lot faster. Yeah.
See, that threw me off for a bit. I was like, wait, I'm 3 behind? What happened? I was so
Where did they go?
confused. Yeah.
I should like to mention real quick that we also have two two friends that joined us this season, Chris Haley and Kurt Franklin of the web series, or the web comic Let's Be Friends Again. They actually joined the cast for this season, so we're a cast of 6.
When do I get to join the cast? As one of the most important men in comics, according to NBC.
Season 4. Season 4.
Like Barry's expression. He's just like,
No, it's a great show, and I'm really, especially when most people tell me they have a web show, it's like somebody telling me they have a rock band I need to go see. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go do this.
Well, just real quick, at the start of the next episode, Kelly is running down the street at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she gets arrested.
Perfect.
Nice.
That's how it starts.
Which
I'm so happy
pretty
to see
much
that.
is every weekend for Kelly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
to
in the
bust
Princess
Kelly.
outfit. Running down the
It's
street, 3
based
o'clock in
on
the
real
morning in the
life.
Princess outfit.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
So how does this, you talked a little bit about that it's based on some stuff that happens in the store, but how have your interactions with customers changed based on this? Do people feel like they know you a little better personally based on these characters? Are people a little more chatty? Like,
Well, we've had some people come in that had never that walk in and are completely surprised that the store exists, or that we actually work at the store. It's not that common.
Or they come in, if they don't know us already, they come in and expect us to perform for them.
Oh.
Like we're monkeys. Like,
Dance,
entertain
Barry,
us.
dance.
Yes.
Entertain us.
We've had somebody come and just kind of
They're
hang
like-
at the corner and watch me and Barry and Kelly waiting for us to do
waiting
something
for
funny.
me to say something shitty to someone.
I'm trying to get on the
I'm just
show.
gonna sit there and just wait. And wait for something incredible to happen.
Come on, you guys. You're not living up to my dreams.
Well, they don't understand it's tape. They just assume if they hang out in the store, they're going to make it on the show.
Right.
So,
If
So-
you wait long enough, it will happen.
is
though.
the move going to make it into the show? Is that going to become part of the narrative?
Well, I keep getting questions about whether there's a season 4 or not, and we
Well, there
kickstarted-
has to be. Otherwise, how am I going to be in it? I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, people at home, get ready for season 4. It's going to be awesome.
Question answered.
Without giving you the ending of the season, there is a reason when we get to the end of the season it makes perfect sense for us to have a new store.
Oh, cool. Great.
Nice.
Excellent. Because there's a lot of shows, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, where also the new season will start and he'll have a new house. They just won't say anything at all. Like new cars, you're like, well, clearly product placement. Somebody bought, the show, a bunch of new Lexuses. You
Yeah.
know? But okay, so that's great. You're actually writing into the story as opposed to just walking in. It's like the store sure does look different today.
Well, it'll make sense. I mean, if we get to a season 4 and we're suddenly in this new space, it can be explained very, very easily based upon what happened in the last episode.
Now, is there anything that you haven't been able to do yet you'd like to get on the show? I mean, obviously, when you first start, you're kind of limited by budget and time and what friends can do. But y'all had a Kickstarter for this one, correct?
Right. Next season, if we could do a Kickstarter, I want centaurs in this season. I would like
sexy
singing mice,
unicorns.
I
demand
They'll
unicorns.
have to genetically engineer a live unicorn just for the show. I'll be reading about it in Nature.
Right?
Yeah. Web series, The Variants creates whole new form of life.
I would like to crash a plane in the next season if that's possible.
Okay,
Can I
all right,
crash
we'll do
a
that.
plane?
We'll do that. I think the editor can put that together. He does that.
No, I want to actually crash a
Crash a
plane.
plane.
Like just right into the ground.
Oh, maybe
Doesn't
we'll
even
kill,
have
maybe we'll
anything
kill
to
a
do with the
character in
plot.
season 4.
There you go, by having a plane crash on them.
We might actually kill a major character in the next episode.
You can do like The Wire. That would be really good.
Wait, what? I know that 2 weeks was a blur of filming, but wait, what?
What I want to see is it to take a totally different direction and become really serious, so everybody tunes in, and all of a sudden it's like The Wire. They're like, oh, what the fuck is going on in this show?
We do like to have a lot of fun doing parodies of stuff. I mean, we've had fun with our episode 4s of each season, with the first one being kind of an ode, a tribute to zombie movies.
Yeah.
Episode 4 of season 2 being kind of a D&D. Episode 4 of this season kind of an ape on cheaters. So yeah, we could easily have something fun with episode 4 of the next season where we're all just dry. And not funny.
Not funny at all.
Downton Abbey.
Yeah, dude, Downton Abbey.
Yes. Can we get Maggie Smith?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got her on my.
Let's put that in the Kickstarter.
Rolodex. She still uses a Rolodex.
Out of nowhere, I'll tell you. You know who Mindy Kaling is? She's the Indian girl in The Office.
Who's Kelly?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kelly from The Office. Okay, great. She has a new show called The Mindy Kaling Project. Anyway, that show's all right, not bad. But one of my favorite jokes is she's drunk at a wedding and she's getting up, talking to the crowd about how the guy who's getting married was her ex, and she should blah blah. And she's like, "It's all as serious as Downton Abbey." and one guy way in the back goes, "What the hell is that show? And why does everybody keep talking about it?" It had nothing to do with the
totally
rest
me.
of the
I
story,
know
and it was
nothing about
so
the show.
great that they just got that in there for no good reason. It kept going.
Awesome.
I kept saying I didn't know what it was either. The first season had ended completely.
Everybody keeps telling me about it. I finally watched a little bit.
All my gays on my Twitter feed kept talking about it when it was on. It was like, what are these guys watching? What is this show? I was doing the same thing, and I'm like, suddenly it was on Netflix. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that's finally where I. Yeah. I
All
finally
right,
got
well, I'll
to
go
catch
check
up.
it out because I still don't know anything about it. People mention it all the time. I'm like, I watch cartoons.
Yeah.
So make sure you also, obviously, thevariance.com. Make sure you hit the new store. Where's the new store located again? One more time.
1334 Inwood at Inwood and Conveyor, right before Inwood crosses the Trinity and becomes Hampton.
Oh, right,
It's 3
okay.
lights after
You're
35
right
Inwood.
near my job, the day job. That's gonna be so much easier to stop by. On
I'm
the
right
way
there
home.
by everybody.
That's
I
cool.
moved to everybody's neighborhood.
That's nice.
love
That's
it.
awesome. So, anything else about the variants that most people probably wouldn't know, or some behind the scenes secrets?
Ooh.
Juicy secrets.
We drink and take a lot of naps.
Yeah,
No, that's not very exciting, is it? That's the only thing I could think of.
I was thinking like drugs or cocaine. It's like everybody's on cocaine 24/7 on the show. It's like
There
we-
are times
nap.
when we consider it. Yes, especially this last shoot when we were like up for 2 weeks.
I think
There-
that last shoot we were up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
There were a
behind the
couple of nights
store.
when we were literally
That's
at the
this
store
episode.
till 4 in the
The
morning.
episode coming up here was some of the last footage. The episode coming up this week, episode 7, Girl Drink, was the one where we were up the very last night up till 4 o'clock in the morning.
It was outside
We're
behind the
chasing
store.
rain. Rain is about to hit the store.
Yes. Oh, there was not enough caffeine in the world because it was the last night. We were exhausted and we're just like, we have to keep pushing it. And I think I got home at poor Kelly. She lives in Fort Worth. I think she got home at like 6 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, for the work y'all put in, I mean, it's a great show. And like I said, normally web shows, I'd rather eat a bullet than watch some people's web shows. And so I did avoid it for a while because I'm like, oh, a comic book shop's put on a web show. Oh, sure, it's gonna be great. When I sat down and watched the first episode, I'm like, this is really good.
And over time, we're now at 2.5 seasons. We've upped our production. We've upped our. I think the writing is there.
Yeah.
I think that the actors have kind of fallen into the characters.
The pacing has also gotten unnoticed a lot better. That everybody has a natural flow to the show now. Where I think at a little bit at the beginning, you could tell it was kind of struggling to find, its pacing.
What we were doing,
Well,
right? Yeah.
That and we're
by
not
now,
actors.
hit that.
Except for Kelly. Kelly's an actor.
Yeah.
So she went into it. She knows how to read lines and do all that stuff. There's a reason why I have a lot of one-liners because I can't. You have
We
to
don't
have a
give
cue
him
card.
any monologues,
That's
any
why I get
diatribe
to
or
just
anything
make
like that.
looks.
That makes him more surly. That just looks like he's the kind of guy that doesn't want to talk.
Yeah.
It works for your character.
Because I actually do talk a lot.
It's like most shows that you really, really enjoy. If you look up their season 2 and their season 3,
Yes.
you're really like, oh, they really got it together now.
Yeah, like go back
You
and
know?
watch Simpsons season 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When they do the trumpet mouth all the time, it's like off to the
Yeah,
side. And you're like,
yeah.
they hadn't quite worked out everything on that show.
That's still pretty good though. That makes it classic.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I love the. Damn it! I'm not saying I don't like The Simpsons.
I'm just saying that I
How
You heard it here.
dare you
He
put
hates
that
The
in my
Simpsons.
mouth?
Del hates the Simpsons.
That's,
Oh
that's
my
gonna be our new
gosh.
shirt.
You're
Yeah.
so un-American.
It's terrible.
Sorry, it wasn't as good as Moesha.
Oh, don't go there again.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't go there because I'll be hearing about it at the store all week.
No. Yeah.
But like I said, the production value is just killer. Now
It was the
looks
Kickstarter. We
great.
need to thank everybody who contributed to our Kickstarter. For
How much
season
did y'all
3.
have to, if you don't mind asking? And
We ended up raising about $14,000 through
Wow,
the
that's
Kickstarter.
fantastic.
And it really kind of came down to the fact that we wanted to shoot it all at once. And in order to shoot it all at once, we were going to take up people's times. We were going to take up production equipment. We were going to take up all those things. We shut the store down for about a total of 6 to 7 days over a 2-week period just to shoot the show. And we wanted to pay the production people, get the equipment, pay the actors since they were technically out of work for those days. And we got it done. And we're very proud of it.
wow, I'm surprised. And on that budget too. I mean, I've worked on a few projects to have it look that good, and
Oh,
that's,
it
that's,
doesn't. It
y'all
sounds like a lot
stretched
of
it.
money, but it eats up really, really
yeah,
quickly.
it goes really quick.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm just once again, I'm really, really impressed with the show, and it's
When
really funny too.
If you think about it, the amount of footage that we shot, we practically shot a movie. I mean, it ends up being
Yeah.
about an hour to an hour and a half worth of content, and I'm just blown away that we actually did it.
And you can, of course, you can purchase these in the store on DVD, right?
We've got season 1 on DVD that you could purchase at the store. Season 2 is not yet on DVD. Season 3, when it comes out, we'll have a DVD that is going to a lot of the Kickstarter folks.
Okay.
So, and it'll have bloopers and all that kind of stuff. I saw some of them last night.
On average, how much?
I love bloopers.
Yes.
On average, how much were people like kicking in on Kickstarter? Because I mean, most people, not everybody still knows what Kickstarter is. It's basically something where you can get a project pre-funded,
Right.
Beforehand. So anybody, and then they get free stuff back. So, instead of paying to see the movie afterwards or paying for the DVD afterwards, you might pay for the DVD beforehand, help the production value, and then get a free copy of it or something like that. But about how much, was it?
We had 160 contributors, I think. Each.
Wow, so that's quite a
It was
bit
about,
each.
I think about $50 was the kind of the average.
Wow.
But with Kickstarter, you can contribute anything. $1, you
Right,
contribute
and that's the other thing. I was
$500.
wondering,
And there are people who put money in who didn't even want any of the incentives. The idea, like at $50, you got the season 3 DVD, and you would get a T-shirt,
Right.
and a thank you in the credits and those kinds of things. But there's some people who contribute to Kickstarters that don't even ask for the incentives. I just want to give you guys a couple bucks to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised that around Dallas, in a city that usually people don't seem to want to work together. Like for some reason in this city, it's real awkward that artists don't want to work with other artists. People don't want to work. It's
totally that way.
And I don't understand that about this city when we have so many different types of art here. It's tooth and nail to get people to work together in this city. But I'm surprised that it's because there's business owners that want to be creative, but that aren't, that we've had donate to different stuff too. Like, they may own an auto shop and they want to do something in film, and the only thing they can do is contribute money, but they like the idea that they're contributing to producing art, even though they can't do it, hands on. And I'm surprised there's more of that than there are of other artists helping each other.
Yeah, I think it's just really hard just because everyone just wants that one little spot in the middle and nobody wants to share.
Exactly.
Because you have that in the modeling world, you have that in the costuming world,
Photography world and the filming world too.
It's very rare that you get to meet people who are willing just to team up just because they can appreciate each other.
Just musicians too. I can't count how many times you meet a band you like each other, but nobody getting them together to do a show. It's we want a headliner, we're not doing it. Really, you can't rotate around, but so it's great to see people actually stepping up and supporting something that's quality.
It was very humbling, to actually reach our goal. We asked for a very, very low goal at first, and the number of episodes. We said, okay, if we get to $8,000, we can do 6 episodes. That's how much time of day we need to take off, and it just kind of kept going to the point that we got a 10-episode season out of it. We're very happy with that. We had outlines for 10 episodes, but we were prepared to do it all in 6.
Yeah. That's so cool. I'm sure it makes you feel good.
I'm really happy with the show. I can't believe how happy I'm with the show. It's like, this really came together. Wow. I should mention that Adam Warrock, the nerdcore rap artist, contributed our theme song.
Right, yeah.
You asked me that earlier.
Yeah, I asked off the air. Sorry, folks at home. I forgot to ask.
That's Adam Warrock. He's also buds with Kurt and Chris, who did the friend Let's Be Friends Again comic. My husband is the editor on the episodes, and he spends ridiculous amount of times right now. Our DP is Jim Slaughter. Our director is Jason Chinook. The two of them really came together and put some stuff together, and Barry and Kelly contributed a lot of good time. So
a lot of time,
a lot of time, and it wouldn't be possible without Vlad Ken Lowry. He really puts together a lot of the zany ideas. I'm like, hey, let's do this, and somehow he kind of makes it into something that's worthwhile.
Great. Yeah, it's like I said, it's quality. So before I just keep saying it over and over again, stroking your ego, I'll go ahead and end on that. It's
fine.
good.
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
But make sure, for the folks at home, make sure you stop in the store, pick up the DVD. Show a little love and a little support, and throw some money at these guys.
Local,
not only is it local, but it's good local art too, and it's funny. And there's just not enough of that around here. Like I was watching. Oh, what was that show? Downtown Abbey. I don't laugh at all through that. And here's these guys making something that actually makes me laugh.
Downtown Abbey's a comedy, yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the worst comedies I've ever seen.
It's British comedy. We don't get it.
That's right.
It's dry. You're not catching
really dry. Yeah. Well, guys, I want to say thanks for being on the show.
Thank you
very much. For having us.
Absolute pleasure, and for creating something that's so great. So every once in a while, we're going to encourage people to hop over and start checking that out.
Are you guys going to have a booth next week out at the
We are, yeah. You're going to be at Fan Days as well?
Yeah, I'll be there. Or Sally.
We will be, the variants have a table, and actually the whole cast will be there. So you'll get to meet Vlad, Ken, Barry, Kelly, me, and
like
Kurt
it or
and
not.
Chris. Terry and Venus. Terry and Venus are coming in to be a part of it. So it's all going to be the whole gang.
We're going to be down there too, not as the show. We didn't get a table. We were too lazy. I know. But we're still going to be out there going around doing interviews, putting something together for a little bit later. So we may stop by and bug you guys.
Please, yeah, come on by.
But I want to say thank you to the Variants and
thank you guys for having us on
Neil
here.
and the Surly Berry, for being on the show. And make sure you check out the other episodes on thevariants.com. Make sure you also check out ZeusComics.com and check out the new store. I haven't got to see it yet, so I need to stop in this weekend. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say it's a great store.
Yes.
I'm going to walk in, it's burned. This is horrible. There's dead babies hanging from the ceiling. I'm like, I stepped out. I definitely took a leap there. I was wrong.
Well, I did leave the store to part-time employee today. It's probably on
that went dark.
Who did you get to decorate this?
Are you guys again? I followed the tweet.
This was Barry. He decorated it.
Did your 3-year-old
I was
paint
feeling
this?
really
What is
dark.
this?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have some artists come out and do some art on the wall?
Oh, actually, the space is so new that's something we want to do. We've done live art events before.
Oh,
we would
cool.
love to have artists come out and do some type of art event inside the store. And there's lots of wall space now for art. It's great.
So I bet you hear that at home. Make sure you shoot them. How would they get in contact with you if people at home want to help you out on that?
Give us a little bit of time. Give us a month or two to kind of get the store together because I've still got like glass cases put together and some slat wall to hang on the wall and wall base to put up and. So pretty soon, like in a month or two, we'll figure it out. You can go to ZeusComics.com or email Richard at ZeusComics.
Great. All right. Well, I want to say once again, thanks for being on the show. It was a real pleasure. I want to say thank you to Taffeta Darling for hosting with me.
Always
I want
wonderful.
to say thank you to Jedi for producing such a great show, and I want to say thank you to me for being a great host. And I want to say you're welcome to the people at home. But you're watching the DELoL show. So if you want, give us about a day or two. This interview, you can watch the entire episode by going to DELoLshow.com. In a day or two, the clip of the interview will also be up. So obviously, we'll throw that to you guys. You can promote it around.
Yes, totally.
Great.
Cool.
We love that.
Wonderful.
And,
tomorrow
night, I don't know if you guys are into horror trivia, but I think you're familiar with Roll to Play, Tiffany. Once a month, we do a geek trivia night out there, and tomorrow night out at her store, we're doing history of horror and haunted stuff at Halloween.
What time?
6:30.
6:30
is when registration is, and I think it's $5 to get in, but winner takes half the pot. So I think with 20 people showing up, there's a good chance someone can walk away with some money. And I think it's awesome because you finally get to get paid for all the random stuff in your head. For me at least.
Well, you can see Roll to Play as a booth very briefly in episode 2. Con Games. They're back behind
I saw
there.
that. And I was like, hey, look, it's Tiffany Banner. Yes. I love that. I love that store. So if you guys are free, anyone, I'll be out there tomorrow trying to test my horror knowledge.
Great.
Horror.
And remember tonight we have the Gong.
Horror.
See, I was going to show. I was like, I'm going to kill it if it's horror knowledge. You wouldn't believe how much porn I know about.
It's true. He knows so much about horrors. It's sad.
It's great. All right. Well, make sure you also catch the Gong Show tonight. If you can come out live, that's going to be a lot of fun. Or if you can't, stay at home, be a baby, and watch it on deepelemonair.com at 7 o'clock. So you've been watching the DELoL show with the Variants as our guests and the lovely Taffeta Darling. We want to say you're welcome. Thanks, guys.